Australia, a continent of breathtaking beauty, spiced with rich cultural history.
I just love to drive in Australia. I can stop and look and there's endless beauty.
In this series, I aim to unveil the secrets and find the hidden gems of this country.
Look at that view.
I travel this vast land to see, feel, taste, and experience its
so
real
good.
nature. I am Sara LaFountain, a TV chef and a passionate traveler. This is my journey. This is Australia Unveiled.
I'm now in Broome, and my trip to Western Australia begins. And I'm loving the heat.
I feel already welcome when I arrive at the cute Broome airport. Despite its gingerbread house feel, the airport is a busy international travel hub. The city was founded around the pearling industry, and it still lives and breathes on it. My quick drive around Broome gives me an idea of a gentle and busy town. Cable Beach alone is worth visiting Western Australia. MacAlpine House is a unique boutique hotel in the tropics, filled with history and linked to Broome's pearling industry.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Welcome to MacAlpine House.
Oh, thank you.
From the outside, MacAlpine House doesn't look like much.
And come on in.
Oh, how beautiful it is.
But entering the premises turned the humble expectation into an unbelievable surprise.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely to have you here.
How beautiful is this place?
I meet the house's current owners, Gary and Marilyn, who welcome me with open arms. They take me around the house and explain to me its unique history.
Thank you. Could you tell a little bit about the house? It's just so beautiful.
It's more than 100 years old now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and it's what's called a master pearler's home because with the pearling industry, the master pearlers who ran the luggers had all large homes here. It's a very gentle atmosphere here.
So why don't we go and have a look at the rest of the house and we'll show you the garden.
A pristine 100-year-old villa has been transformed into a stylish modern accommodation.
Look at that tree.
So that's our old tamarind tree.
Oh, it is.
And we're not sure exactly how old it is. We think it's about 100 years old, about as old as the house.
Yes.
The Indonesians, when they came across every 6 months fishing in these waters, and they would plant tamarind trees at their camps all the way along the coast. And we think this is one of those.
Come on, Rock. Okay, baby.
I love the colors.
Do you like the color?
I do. And there's even a small tree house.
The tree house, yeah.
Yeah.
So this dates back from when MacAlpine had the house. He had a garden.
Yes.
It was lush. It's a kid's dream.
Yeah.
Build a tree house.
Oh.
And red because a lot of things in Broome were red because of the Chinese. There's a lot of Chinese influence here as well. So they like red. So red is a very popular colour.
I'm delighted by Marilyn and Gary and what care they have shown for their house, as well as to me as a guest.
This is part of the original house.
Yes.
And this part here were bedrooms. I think they're so clever with their design because the doors open up both sides. And in the hottest time, this always seems to catch a breeze. And the architecture's clever too, isn't it, Gary, for the materials?
It's kind of crazy when you look at it now, 100 years later, where they used light materials that they could carry on a ship. And could stack.
There's
no
volume.
So they made a frame, a very simple frame, as you can see, and then they put the lining on the inside, but not on the outside. But that's all they needed.
Yeah.
They just needed
How clever is that?
Yeah, that's all they needed.
And it's beautiful.
The couple has kept as much of the historical house original as possible, and the rest has been updated tastefully and carefully into a modern oasis.
It's only been opened for the public relatively recently, and before that it was a private home.
This is a really, I would say, a special gem.
It is a gem.
It really is.
It's a
because
project.
you can, yeah.
It's a project.
No, it's a lovely project.
Gary knows only too well.
Much to my surprise, I found out that this lovely couple is familiar to Australians from magazines and entertainment news. Marilyn is a well-known actor and her husband Gary has a background in visual media.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
And in here is the library.
Oh,
Brides love this room.
really?
Yeah,
So cute.
getting ready for their wedding. They all crowd in with their mothers and their bridesmaids and all the little children, and the champagne comes up, and it's just perfect. We're such romantics.
The whole place becomes the wedding, you know, and everybody is doing the wedding.
Yeah,
And it's fantastic, yeah.
oh, sounds lovely. I can just feel it.
But actually, I realised, I must tell you, this was actually Lord MacAlpine's bedroom in the dry season. You can see these windows up here, and open those up, you could imagine all the heat would escape because of the doors and so on.
Yes.
Imagine sleeping up here. I think it would be wonderful.
It would.
We've never done it.
You maybe have to do it. But could you tell about him?
Do you know, Sarah, he was tremendously important to this town because he had a profound effect on it. Because it was a tiny little town with the industry of pearling, which is extremely important, and connected Broome to the world from the 1800s, late 1800s. But without his influence in the town, to be quite honest, houses like this would not have survived.
He was so eccentric, Alistair MacAlpine. And here he was with a floppy hat and in a singlet and shorts, khakis, and he'd always have like a knife on his belt, and he'd get around town just as a local, and he loved it. He actually loved the informality and the casual nature of it, and he loved the dirt. He loved everything to be dusty and rustic, and it was because it was a real departure from London.
Yes,
you know?
Yes.
And I think, you know, without him coming to town, these houses probably would have been lost. It's why we have this history here. It's why we still have this to visit and to see and to be able to enjoy and really get that sense of history.
Oh, that's great what he's done. I can go back in time, and it's great to talk about all these stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always said that that Broome was a place where the whole world passed through.
Yeah.
And you got to meet them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, in a way, it's true.
It's true. I mean,
because it's small enough. There, here you are.
I know. I got, yes,
There you
that's
go.
true. I even found it.
With MacAlpine House as my base, I can't wait to check out what else Broome has to offer. Chef Nick Wendlands, who has founded an Asian fusion restaurant named Aarli, is one of the many local talents who could have a restaurant in any major city, but who is simply so in love with Western Australia that he does not want to leave Broome.
Hey, it looks beautiful.
Oh, cheers,
I
thanks.
love the tiles.
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool.
Wow, good decor.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to see the menu.
Yeah, we've got a whole heap of Asian small plates for you to try, and
I can't wait. Can I get some?
yeah, let's go.
There is nothing unnecessary nor fake in Nick's restaurant. The deco is simple and functional, and the menu is rich and clever.
I love all the ingredients. It's really kind of a fusion, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of a fusion, just with Broome's history and multicultural population.
I'm really into like fusion dishes, so this is totally my kind of palate.
Yep.
I'm getting hungry.
Do you want to eat something?
Really, yeah, I would love to. I would really love to. Yes.
I'll go whip something up for you.
I just love this menu. I want to eat it all. I want to try it all, and I'm just so inspired.
The Aarli is an artisan eatery that focuses on creative dishes and an innovative menu.
Pina colada, the kingfish sashimi, the pork belly, and the som tam or paw salad.
I could just eat with my eyes right now. Should I try the
go for it. So we've got the
kingfish first?
with fresh coconut, kaffir lime, coriander.
You can taste the care and the love that has been put into the dishes on every bite.
It's just so well balanced with the sour notes and then with the herbs and the chili. It's not overpowering.
Yep.
Lovely.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
How often do you change the menu?
We change it a couple of times a year, just with the seasons and
Yes.
what we can get. Now the weather's cooling down, we're starting to get more and more of our herbs in locally, and
And there's just so much herbs on it, you know,
Yeah.
and I love that. It's very fresh.
yeah, we use a lot of herbs, especially like all the soft, Asian influence herbs.
Which dish I should try next?
Try the pork.
The pork.
Caramelised pork belly.
You know how to do pork.
That's braised off in a master stock, and then we press it, and then it's fried off, and then we use a caramel sauce.
Oh, lovely. It just melts in my mouth. There's some peanut sauce, isn't
Peanuts,
it?
yeah.
Yes.
Sesame seeds.
Really nice flavors. I have to say, Broome has been just about laughter and beautiful flavors. That's something that I haven't experienced for a while.
Yeah.
And I think that it's also because of the fresh ingredients. They're just so fresh.
Yeah, because we're so isolated, we have to rely on a lot of local people for our produce, and
Just heaven in my mouth. Just, I'm so happy. I could almost start crying. You're just so talented with all these flavors. I'm just blown away. So why you open a restaurant in Broome? You could go anywhere.
I just fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
It's just a great lifestyle. The weather, the beach, and so like the whole gateway to the Kimberley.
Yes.
There's lots to do, and
You really inspired me.
oh, thank you.
Like, you really just made me, like, laugh inside. Like, it's just really, really inspiring menu.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. I'm just smiling.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get the magic of Broome. It is a truly unique destination. Red ochre rocks, shining turquoise waters, and humble true talents doing what they love to create experiences for visitors and locals alike. Broome is built upon pearls and the pearling industry. Gary and Marilyn, who run my accommodation in MacAlpine house, are also involved through their family in the pearling business.
Just jump in here while we go out.
Yes.
And so from here, so we're on, this is the Montora, it's one of the operating ships, but they're going to transfer us on this boat, and we're going to go out to the Christine, and we're going to look at the pearl farms.
There are some day trips offered to tourists, but I am fortunate enough to get a real and private tour by Gary. So of course I take up the opportunity to see what it's all about.
Come in.
This ship is a maintenance vessel that helps the smaller boats working on the pearl farms. It travels all around Australia, assisting the pearling boats.
Wow, what a great view.
Welcome to the bridge.
Oh, it's nice and cool in here.
It is,
It is.
The captain explains me that they are on their way to drop anchors and weights into the sea. These will then form the foundation for a new pearl farm.
They put a buoy in the water to mark the position.
Yes.
And now we're dropping all of these weights in the water so that they know where the weights are, so that they can reattach them later to the long line. From those lines, we hang all the pearl shells. Well, once these are in position, they'll be there at least 2 years for at least one harvest. Sometimes they can stay there for 10 years. They just reuse them.
They look really heavy.
They are really heavy.
Yeah.
These guys are being really careful
Yes.
right now. This is one of the more dangerous jobs, is being on this deck right now. And,
Yeah.
so you'll see they've got all the gear, they're all safe, and they're all sort of slowly being very careful. If you look out here, you can see all the long lines, all the floats. Well, all around us about 10 kilometres, square kilometres of ocean. In here we have probably, I think, about 80,000 shell.
Gary explains to me the pearl farms outside Broome. It is a fascinating combination of artisan caretaking of the shells and functional farming en masse.
Each one of these lines that you can see, there's cleaning boats. They come alongside to each one of the lines and they lift the shell up.
Yeah.
And then they lay the shell onto the cleaning machine. And they, with high pressure water, they will clean off the barnacles and the fireweed and that sort of thing. And then the guys will come with like chisels and they'll chip off all the hard stuff like the barnacles and that sorts of things, so that the shell, you know, can be free of all that sort of stuff, so they can grow well and be healthy and grow beautiful pearls.
Yes.
Yeah. And they do that every 2 weeks.
It takes 2 years of love and care to create a pearl.
When they open the shell, they get so excited.
Yes.
The looks on their faces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
These grown men, you know, with little tiny shells.
Oh.
Just like cooking, love, care, and determination leads to beauty.
I've seen the farms, I've heard the history, but now I'm gonna go and see the world's finest pearls.
Having seen how the pearls are grown, I can appreciate this beauty so much more.
So classic, so simple, just truly beautiful.
Pearl, I kid you not, who works at the store, allows me to try on necklaces and bracelets.
So what we have here is one of Paspaley's most prized possessions. Strands can take up to 10 years to make. No two pearls are the same. So it takes 2 years to form one strand, and to find its partner can take some real time.
I feel like a girl playing princess. These are just amazing.
It is beautiful.
It is. What we have here is also the matching bracelet.
Wow. I feel like a royal now.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I've been having the most amazing time in Broome. From walking in the mud to being feeling like a royal. This is a fabulous place to visit.
I'm so overwhelmed by Marilyn's and Gary's hospitality that the least I can do is offer them a special treat and cook them something really unique.
I'm so excited to cook for Gary and Marilyn, and what I heard, it's their anniversary coming up.
I am making a delicate seafood feast to celebrate with my new friends.
I'm gonna do oysters, a boy oyster and a girl oyster. And I just love oysters. One of my favorite things. I actually liked them already when I was 4. Well, let's do the boy oyster one. I have some ajipon sauce. It's a really good base for the sauce. This is a bit of a fusion sauce. And this is one of my favorites at the moment, yuzu, which is a nice citrus fruit. A little bit of red chili and a good splash of white wine vinegar. Then just mix. And look at these beautiful plates, pearl shells, and they have like the tone of the rainbow. This is gonna be so romantic, the boy oyster and the girl oyster. And now it's time for the refreshing girl oyster. I love a cream cheese, so I'm gonna do a cream cheese base. And first of all, we need apple for the sweetness. And then for something strong, some celery. And it's actually really good for your body as well. It cleans your body, so. It's so good. Oh, sweet, a little bit that celery, fresh. But I think that we need just a little bit more acidity. So let's put half of lime. It's so good and so refreshing and perfect for this climate. Light green sauce. Some of nice apple cubes. It's gonna pop in your mouth when you eat that. now for the king and queen dish, pearl meat. This is the grand finale, and it's so delicate. Oh, it's just lovely. Garlic and ginger, a good combo. And then I add some cream, and I'm gonna let it boil so it thickens and gets all that beautiful flavor. Because it's the grand dish, we need some champagne. So I'm gonna pour a bit of champagne. And of course, we need a little bit of brandy. That never hurts. And just a pinch of salt. And then second sauce, I have here the mushroom broth. So I have water and shiitake mushrooms. I put a little bit garlic, ginger, and soya sauce, and a bit of oil as well. And now I have reduced that, and it's a very aromatic sauce. And then it's time to put these fabulous babies on the pan. And the meat is so delicate, so you just let it be in the pan a couple seconds. Now we're ready to plate. And of course, we're gonna use the beautiful shells. This is a kind of an extra kick. I have some beef jerky. So I'm just gonna grate that. And here it is. A beautiful pearl meat dish. The idea is that it's a girl and a boy oyster. And first of all, you have the boy one, and it's the one that has the chili on top. And then the girl is kind of the refreshment.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I like that. They're very fresh. They're wonderful.
Oh, they are so good.
I like that. Very refreshing for this
Isn't
heat.
it? Yeah.
It's completely different.
It is, and it's girl, of course.
Lucky for them.
It's the same oyster, but it's completely different.
It's kind of like a married couple. You have a little bit of that
Very, very
saltiness.
different,
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous to serve the pearl meat to Gary and Marilyn, as they have enjoyed this local delicacy many times.
Thank you. So what have we here?
So we have this aromatic mushroom sauce in the broth that I used shiitake mushrooms. And then I have a champagne cream sauce and a bit of beef jerky on the top.
How interesting.
Yeah, so it's a very different. I know
It
pearl
is.
meat as it is beautiful,
Yeah.
but I kind of have to experiment.
Why
so,
not?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, wow.
It's good.
It is good? Okay, good, because you're the expert on the pearl meat.
I'm relieved I managed to treat their delicacy with the respect it deserves.
Everything you've done has simply enhanced it and complemented it, and not warred with it at all or overwhelmed it. So congratulations.
Oh, thank
because
you.
it's not easy.
Marilyn tells me about her family, the Paspaley family.
Well, I think that we're very lucky as a family because my father had a vision. He was actually a master pearler from the 1930s when the industry was based on fishing for the mother of pearl shell along this coastline. And back then, of course, the industry was based purely on the value of the mother of pearl shell because it was used for buttons and buckles and objets d'art, and it was highly prized everywhere. Not long before the war, plastics were invented.
Oh, wow.
So my father thought that if you could only learn how to cultivate a cultured pearl in the Australian shell, we would be able to grow the most beautiful pearls in the world. And he basically spent his life showing that that was a possibility and a reality.
We have to cheer for that.
I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers,
you.
Sarah, thank you.
And happy anniversary.
Yes. Here we go.
Yes.
In the next episode, I follow my heart and drive deeper to the outback. I travel in the majestic Kimberley region. And an old cattle station that has been turned into an Aboriginal training center. I tried to catch some barramundi.
It's a great pastime.
It is. I don't think that you have a crocodile pizza though.
We don't yet, no.
Okay.
And I make a crocodile pizza with the twist.